Guys, we did it. Get your Pog Champs ready. Get your friggin' Crab Raves ready. They are buffing Zhongli. We nagged enough. The community spoke enough facts for MiHoYo to actually buff this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. Why do I have to scroll so much? Anyway, today I'm going to be going over the proposed changes that MiHoYo posted in their forums. And guys, these buffs are massive, 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 okay? It might not seem like much, but these things are going to be incredibly strong. At least on paper, they seem like they're going to be incredibly strong. We'll have to see how they are in actual practice. But just looking at these and doing some basic calculations, it looks pretty freaking insane, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the forum post by MiHoYo right here. Now, I'm not going to read through this. I'll leave a link to this in the description if you guys want to go ahead and read this for yourselves. But hold on, let me just go into the screen so he doesn't interrupt me. But anyway, if you guys want to read this, I will be leaving a link in the description. But the important bits that you guys need to know are basically they're increasing everything he does based on his HP. Okay, his auto attacks are going to deal more damage based off his HP. The pillar, both the spawn and the resonance effect that it has will do more damage, and the hold to cast of his E will also do more damage. So let's go through these things one by one and kind of break them down for you guys. So the auto attacks are going to deal damage equal to 1.39% of his max HP, which does not seem like a lot. But as you can see here in this first GIF, or GIF, whatever, the first hit of his auto attack string deals 231 damage without a crit, okay? And then over here, on the first auto attack of the same string with no crit, he deals 473 damage. So that is literally more than double the amount of damage. But how much HP do you actually have to invest to get this? Which is the question that most people are going to ask themselves. Well, I've gone ahead and done the math for you. So if we take the original damage of 231 and I just kind of ballparked the HP, Zhongli has a base HP of 14,695, so I just kind of kept increasing that little by little until I got to this number, which is 17,450. If we multiply that by 0.0139, which is 1.39%, you get 242.5 damage, which added on to the original damage of the attack is 473, which is the amount of damage that he deals after the buff. So literally by just getting 3k HP, less than 3k HP, into your kit, you deal double the amount of damage with your auto attacks. That sounds crazy to me. I don't know if I did something wrong with this calculation. I have looked at this for a million times. Unfortunately, I don't have Freelon Musk available right now. He went to sleep for some reason. Like, check this for me right now. But it seems to me that this is pretty accurate. So 17k HP is really not that difficult to get, especially if you just get a couple of HP rolls on your artifacts. For Zhongli, those are just a godsend pretty much. For DPS Zhongli at least, and even for support, because since his shield scales off of HP as well, you're just going to get only benefits. Like if you stack HP, you're only going to get benefits. You're going to get tankier and you're going to deal more damage. Now the second buff that they're going to be doing is that the pillar, like I said, the spawn and the little AoE effect that it has is going to be increased by 1.9% of his HP. So in this first GIF, you see here he does 223 on the spawn, and in the second GIF he does 922. I'm going to keep alternating the pronunciations, I'm sorry, I don't really care. Anyway, then the resonance effect kicks in and this does 446, and over here it does 922. And all of these were non-crit, so it's really easy to calculate all this stuff. So again, take here the calculation. This is, again, I just ballparked it until I landed on this number, which is 25k and 50 HP. If you take the original damage of 223, and then you multiply that by 1.9% of 25k, you get 476 damage, which added on top of the original damage is 699, which is the damage that he does in the second gif here when it spawns. And if we use the same amount of HP for the resonance, because obviously you do get the correct number, which is 922 damage on the little AoE effect, as you guys saw right there. Now, the third change that they also did is that now, if there are no pillars put in place when you use your hold to cast, it will summon the pillar. And this is huge, guys. This is huge, because before you would have to either choose between having a shield or a pillar. You no longer have to do that. You get a shield and you put a pillar down on the field, which is amazing. Now you can... Now, if you have C1, which allows you to put 2 pillars down, you can put 1 pillar down, then wait those 3 or 4 seconds, and then hold to cast to spawn your second pillar and give yourself a shield at the same time, which is just absolutely fantastic. The other thing that they're changing up is that I'm pretty sure this is a change to Geo Shields in general, but now Geo Shields will have a 150% absorption efficiency versus physical damage, and 150% efficiency versus elemental damage. So this has just made Geo Shields way, way, way stronger. They don't have 250% towards Geo or a specific element, like for example Diona Shield has 250% effectiveness versus Cryo, but this just makes them so much stronger, because now you have this that doesn't exist on any other shield, the physical damage resistance, which a lot of enemies do, first of all, and second of all, you finally have like elemental damage absorption that's just in general against any element, which makes it stronger than any other shield in the game. Now Geo Shields are like objectively the best shields in the game, except in very niche scenarios, like for example Abyss floor 12, where it's literally all freaking cryo. But essentially in that floor, this is still like, the cryo shields will probably still be the best, but I mean, you can generate cryo crystals, so it's still going to be pretty good. You know, you're going to have your Geo Shield that gives you elemental damage absorption, and then you're also going to have the crystallized shields that have increased effectiveness versus the specific elements you're going to be fighting against, which is amazing. Now, what's weird about this, guys, is that they used a different build for some reason. If we take a look at the hold to cast here, the original damage that it does is 1115, and then over here it does 1591, and I just used the same amount of HP, and well, guess what, it was the correct amount of damage. It's 476, so that led me to 1591, which is the damage that is done in the second image here. So they did use the same build for everything that they wanted to show for his abilities, except his auto attack, which makes me feel like maybe there's something up here. I really don't get it. If they had used the same build where he has 25k HP, that means that the 231 damage, which is the original damage that you deal, would have been buffed up all the way to 579, because this is a lot more HP. So 25k times 1.39% is about 348 damage added on top of the original. So I don't know why they wouldn't showcase this, which would be even more impressive. It'd be way more than double the amount of damage that you get here, which is what I find very weird. I don't know why this is. He's not using his weapon in this video. He doesn't have the pike proc, so I really don't know what's going on here. I don't know why they would use a different build, and of course this is assuming that they're using the same build for both. If they're using different build in image 2 than in image 1, then it'd be kind of retarded, because what the hell would be the point of doing a direct comparison to show like the buff version of something if you're using a different build? Like, I feel like that would make literally no sense. Now, the thing is, these are all buffs to Zhongli. This is beautiful. They're making everything scale off of his HP. Unfortunately, he still has Geo damage bonus as his Ascension. They didn't mention anything about that, but that's fine, to be honest. Like, you deal a decent amount of Geo damage, that's okay. So his ulti and just, I mean, him in general are still going to be really strong because of the changes that they're going to be doing to Geo Resonance, which is the buff that you get when you have 2 Geo units in your party. So originally, what this actually does is give you 15% more attack whenever you have a shield up, and it increases your resistance to interruption, which is pretty good. Like this, Cryo and Pyro are probably like the best, but they're changing that. You get 15% shield strength increase, which is fantastic because this applies to every character on your team, not just the Geo character. So if you have other party members, when you swap to them, they will still have this buff, so their shields will be stronger and they'll be tankier still. Now, aside from that, whenever you have a shield, you will deal 15% increased damage. This is not 15% increase to your attack. This is way more. This is all of your damage multiplied by 15%, okay, which is a huge deal. It is a huge difference between increasing your attack by 15% than increasing your total damage by 15%. This is basically almost like having noblesse. This is literally almost like having noblesse, but for everything that you deal, not just your ulti, which is insane. And then on top of this, whenever you deal damage to enemies, you will decrease their Geo res by 20%. That is insane. Like, whenever you have a shield, you're just going to be so cracked. You're going to deal 15% more damage to everything, and you're also going to reduce their resistances by 20%. Like, for Ningguang, and now this buffed up Zhongli, this is going to be crazy. Like, actually crazy. Like, Ningguang Zhongli is literally SS tier with this. I feel like Geo needed some love because it doesn't have reactions. It needs to like pump out cracked ass numbers to make up for that. And I feel like this is too much. I feel like it's too good to be true. But honestly, when you think about it, when you think about the fact that, you know, you don't have elemental reactions and you're sacrificing a slot in your party that can do reactions, this really does make up for it. This really does push Geo up a tier from what it used to be, and I think it's just absolutely fantastic. So all of these changes, the fact that now, you know, you'll deal 15% increased damage, you're also going to reduce enemy Geo res, and all of these buffs that scale off of HP and just give you ridiculous numbers as we're seeing here, like, that is just... I'm super excited. I'm mainly excited for this auto attack buff because I really just want to use main DPS Zhongli, and I love the fact that now the hold to cast spawns a pillar. Like, that is just absolutely fantastic. I'm not too pumped about the pillar damage because, let's be honest, I don't think anyone relies on this for damage. And also, the amount of HP that you need to get 25k might seem kind of low, but for a lot of characters this isn't really like a thing. You don't really get all the way up to 25k HP. You usually get like maybe 21k, 22k or something like that, which is still going to be pretty good, but it's just not going to be like this significant. And I feel like the thing that's actually going to benefit the most is going to be the auto attacks, because you're going to use these quite a lot. So that's what I am excited for. But yeah, guys, a lot of people have been messaging me and commenting about reacting to the Zhongli buffs, and unfortunately I couldn't put out a video yesterday because I had already started working on the Kaching one, and you know, I have to go to sleep and I have to go to work. But I just came home from work and I just wanted to talk about this. I did the maths as quickly as I possibly could just to put this video out for you guys. So yeah, I'm very happy with these changes, guys. Like I said, on paper they sound amazing, but none of this is guaranteed to stay this way. This is going to go into testing for 1.3, so things might change. The numbers might get toned down. They might get put even higher. But for now, this is the information that we have, and I feel like if it stays like this, it would be beautiful. Obviously, I can't get my hands on it to play and play test it myself. But yeah, I think this is going to be really good for Zhongli, both for support Zhongli, and I think it's going to make main DPS Zhongli competitive with other main DPS characters. Maybe not 5-star level competitive, but at least it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are excited as I am. Hopefully MiHoYo doesn't let us down once again. Just again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.